It's your boy Young and Hefe. Don't care about number what the check say.
KBL, you a menace.
Yeah. It's a lot of little boys out here talking that talk, but ain't spinning and walking that walk. 5 bills to get you whacked, 50 shots up in this Mac, face shots to make the news, we just step when they relax, group chats to get you tapped, forehead up in my lap, when they pump we run it back, tell my youngin' cut no slack, 5 bills to get you whacked. What's the good old big deal with the good old people, man? It's your boy Young Aunt Hefe. Don't care about number what the check say. So make sure you go ahead and like and subscribe, because it don't cost you nothing to press that button. And if you ring that notification bell, I'm going to bring you mail. What's the good old big deal with the good old people? It's Hot Topics with your boy Young Aunt Hefe. And I'm here to deliver you another one like the other one. A few days ago, y'all know I brought y'all a message from Young Hawk, you know what I'm saying, from ninefold Hoover. So, Young Hawk tapped in on my phone, and he had some information that he wanted me to give. And at the end of giving me this information, which I was going to keep to myself, Young Hawk said, that's some content for you. Go ahead and upload that. So in this information that was brought to me from Young Hawk, Trigger Bird, who is another personality, you know what I'm saying, out the Hoovers, who is also in his YouTube space now and doing content. You know, he had content pertaining to Faux Leaf and who else was mixed up in that content? Faux Leaf and C-Star. You know what I'm saying? So they had their little back and forth. I never really tapped in to see if it was any disrespect going on, or it was any respect or salutes, you know what I'm saying, going on. But however, I've seen he had popped up on his YouTube scene. So with Young Hog name popping up amongst this fiend pill situation and 4 extra situation, Trigger Bird spoke up from personal knowledge and or personal feeling of how he feel about Young Hawk. From my understanding, this is not how the Hoovers feel as a whole. Trigger Bird not speaking for the Hoovers as a whole. It seemed like some Hoovers mess with Hawk. It seemed like Trigger Bird and whoever with Trigger Bird, who been in the background with him, who been around him, don't mess with Hawk. Like I said, when it gets deep like that, we allow Hoover business to be Hoover business. We ain't trying to intrude on nobody business, and we not going to be thirsty. But like I said, if I get a call and somebody asks me to put something out there that I feel is not detrimental on my platform, you know what I'm saying, I will allow them to use that at their disposal, you know what I'm saying? So, however, it looks like Trigger Bird have answered back again, and you know it's deep when 2 Gangster for YouTube got some info, and he's in the situation. So, 2 Gangster for YouTube is playing some clips, you know what I'm saying, from Trigger Bird. I don't know if this was dropped on Trigger Bird page or what the case may be, but amongst this audio that's being played, he's basically saying that Hawk is no good. Now, I'm going to allow this to be between them, and I'm going to just speak my piece. I don't know what to believe. This is their business. Hawk says one thing, he says another thing. I brought y'all the story that Hawk explained, saying that a neighborhood owed him, and he wrote a kite to the neighborhoods, telling the neighborhoods he needed his pay. If he didn't get his pay, he was pressing play. The neighborhoods wasn't feeling that, so they got at the Hoovers and told the Hoovers if they didn't handle their business, they was gonna rock and roll the whole yard, and they was the majority of the yard. Now, Trigger Bird is coming out and saying different. So I don't want to explain what he had to say. I'm going to just go ahead and play this audio, and y'all already know it's the halfway and the half effect. We going to commentate.
Tube, what it do? We all seen Young Ant do a video about Young Hawk. I guess he was responding to Trigger Bird. Well, today Trigger Bird responds back. To prove he ain't lying, my boy gives a roll call. He said go ask Scrooge from R60s because he was there. Allegedly, Young Hawk gave his TV out to Scrooge. Then later on, I guess he wanted it back because he went to the police and told him that Scrooge took his TV. They said Hawk had a bad drug habit. For example, somebody told me he was doing the same thing in county jail. They say he was in debt for his crystal abuse. I was told that Ronnie Ron from PDL had to call his brother Scrap from PDL in order to pay off his debt. I don't know if that story is true, but that's what somebody told me.
Everything stopped. And they want to say neighborhood, okay. The reason why they say that because he know that TV situation gonna be brought up. And if you ask baby Scrooge is from 6-0. They work at Marathon Burger. Scrooge, that's my boy. Scrooge always been solid, bro. Ask Scrooge. Get Scrooge on the yard. Mad Dog, Scrooge, Bandit, 6-0, Baby Bandit, Infant Khaki Blue. When you did what you did, you so fucking clucked out. The gave his TV out, fresh out the fucking gym to Scrooge. And then when it went bad, when the homies on this, because whatever all this depths and weird he had going on, when this all going on, bro, you done went and told the police that Scrooge had your TV. And this is why they took the TV, because the name was on it.
Trigger Bird said there's a lot of people from his set that knows that he ain't no good, but nobody wants to come on camera and say it. But he don't give a fudge. If you're no good, you're no good. In the words of B Braze, you shouldn't have did it. Young Hawk is from the 9-4, but according to Trigger Bird, he snitched on a bunch of Hoovers from the 9-4.
That got situation with himself that he need to go deal with, because understand, you didn't turn me in. If we had issues, why you didn't turn me in? You turned a nigga in that had your TV, and then you turned all non-folds in, bro. The only reason why I said non-fold, the same thing. 107. The only reason why I keep on pointing out non-fold is because you're immediate from non-fold, and you turned in every immediate non-fold. Stop playing, bro. The non-folds, no. You was been butthurt in the set. It's just all these niggas be trying to excuse themselves because they scary, bro. And dead homies, I don't give about none of that shit. You ain't right, and you mad.
There was a lot of people on that yard. You had Vamp from A-Tray Gangster. You got Sad from A-Tray Gangster. You got Little Greedy from A-Tray Gangster. He said ask any one of them if my story is true. Trigger Bird is coming with receipts. Now here's the part that trips me out. There's a lot of people from Hoover that say Hawk is good and never read.
Okay, so at this point, I'm going to just say this. Ain't no other Hoovers came and spoke on it. You know what I'm saying? So this is, in fact, Trigger Bird word against Young Hawk word. So this jail situation, Trigger Bird explains that Young Hawk was in jail on debts. They got people hopping in the comments, 2 Gangster for YouTube comments saying Young Hawk was doing the same thing in LA County Jail. When he was with me in the LA County Jail, he was straight. You know, I wouldn't even allow no BS to be around me from nobody, period. I don't associate with that. So I can't attest to that character. Trigger Bird is saying that Hawk was up there running up debts. He's saying he was on Crystal, you know. I don't know if he was on Spice. We didn't hear nothing about Spice, but you know, Spice is one of the main things that people like to indulge in. Amongst him on debts, still smoking, Scrooge enters the picture. Somehow Scrooge come up there. Scrooge from 60s come up there. Hawk bless Scrooge with a TV. So doing all this turmoil, doing all these debts he owed, he decided to bless Scrooge with a TV, and I guess he was hoping to receive a blessing from on high in return. Because if you down bad on your feet, ain't no way you looking out for nobody. And definitely if they from the opposite side, regardless of where we at, because blacks is not sticking. It's thick as thieves, unless it's something racial. Other than that, in that state, people still are socially barred by whatever section they bang and whatever card they divide themselves amongst, unless you got a personal relationship with somebody. So he gives Scrooge this TV, and I guess from him on debts, I guess the Hoovers got tired of him on debts from what Trigger Bird say. These are Trigger Bird words, not my words. They decided to press play and get him out the way. So when they did get him out the way, they saying that Young Hawk told the police that Scrooge from 60s got his TV. Police went to Scrooge from 60s, got the TV. It had Hawk name on there, and the TV was returned back to Hawk. Looked like Hawk was rolled up from that yard. Looked like he never came back. He got his TV back. And then this takes a curve. Before it takes this curve, Two Gangsta for YouTube says that Trigger Bird is coming with receipts. And I guess the receipts is by way of Lil Greedy from A-Tray Gangsters, Sad from A-Tray Gangsters, and Van from A-Tray Gangsters. Am I going to go ask these guys, is in fact this true? No. Because I'm not about to dig off into this and place myself as being nosy like that when that's not my character. Now, if this information happened to fall up in my lap, then that's something different. Now, where it takes a funny turn for me is where Trigger Bird is also alleging that Young Hawk and Toad own some 9fold Hoovers as well. So he got this jail thing allegedly hanging over his head. That's where I'm thinking all the beef stems from and what all the talk is about. But now he's also said that he ain't got down on some 9fold Hoovers, but Hoovers don't want to place themselves on camera and speak out against Hawk. So we're going to get into the rest of this content. And you already know it's the Hef Way and the Hef Effect. We're going to commentate.
Anybody.
All you gotta do is ask A-Tray Gangsters, ask Vamp. Vamp from A-Tray Gangsters was there, Greedy from A-Tray Gangsters, ask Sad on Hoover. Ask Sad, bro. And I ain't even trying to drop no names, but come on, bro. It's real from the three that was there. All you gotta do is talk to Vamp from A-Tray Gangsters. Ask bro, ask Greedy. That's Lil Greedy. Ask that nigga Scrooge from 6-0. That's the work at Marathon Burgers. Ask people that was there with us together, bro, and then you do the judge of character, bro, on the people that was there together.
It didn't take long for Young Hawk to respond back. He's basically giving you a final warning. Hawk said you better tread lightly, my boy. This kind of reminds me of Eric Holder. He was a go-getter for his set. He also had an addiction. He was also deemed no good, but he wasn't somebody that would just walk away. All he knows is Hoover. He don't know nothing else. So when you take that away from him, is basically like you're taking his life away.
Hey, Thaddeus. When you gonna really be a gangster, bro? When you gonna really be a gangster? You gonna really earn your name, Trigger Bird, bro? That name was just given to you, fool. Like, you're not that. You're not that at all. Not by a long shot. You're not even close to that. You're not even a percentage of that. You're not even a grain of salt of that, bro. You're trash. All the way trash. You feel me? Keep on. Keep doing that. Keep doing that. Keep doing that. Till the switch and hit you, nigga. Keep doing that. Keep doing that.
Yeah, so at this point, it's safe to say, I don't know what's going on. Hawk speaking his piece, Trigger Bird speaking his piece. Look like it's a personal dealings, personal matters, Hoover business. But what I will say is, Hawk told me that Chinaman, Damian Porter, was supposed to come out and put a video out a few days pertaining to everything that was going on and Hawk being straight and all that. I don't know if Damian Porter did put that video out or not, but like I said, until some other Hoovers come speak on it, which I will hope it stays off the internet, you know, as far as black and white. But if they bring the black and white here, if they place it on the internet, y'all know how they go. That's fair game. Other than that, we not going to be messy. We not trying to pitch the other against the other. We already see right here that they don't like each other. You know what I'm saying? That it's bad blood, whatever the case may be. Don't know if it's personal. Don't know if people just standing on the business or standing on the ethic, the moral, and the rule of the game. Because you can't be mad at that. If you did something you ain't had no business doing, and somebody is going against that, you can't even be mad. Because, you know, you placed yourself in that predicament to be politic upon. But y'all heard Trigger Bird say, you know what I'm saying? Don't know other Hoovers want to speak on it, but he's speaking on it. Hawk said he woofing, said keep on woofing, you know. I don't want to say it was any threats sent. Whatever Hawk said is what he said. We gonna conclude this right there, man. It's your boy Young Ant Hefe. Don't care about number what the check say. Make sure you go ahead, like and subscribe, because it don't cost you nothing to press that button. And if you ring that notification bell, I'm gonna bring you mail.
Be acting like they own shit over there, my nigga. You feel me? Like, nigga, you don't own nothing over there, though, bro. Nigga, get to the hood. Nigga ain't got, nigga, we hand in front of somebody else's house. If you don't knock it off, nigga, I'm finna go in the house, go, nigga, take my shoes off, nigga, turn on YouTube, make me some content, and stay out you niggas' way. Because it be 10 niggas on the block with one strap. You feel me? I got my own strap. You feel me? I ain't passing shit on. And I ain't put my life in another nigga hands. So the fix all that, right? I'm just stay my monkey ass in the house. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And there's so much niggas telling out here nowadays. You don't know who's snitching. You feel me? You got a strap on you. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, you got Crash, the FBI, the National Guards pulling out, going straight to you. But you want a nigga to come to the hood.